drinking Hennessy no more. Well, that depends what I'm on. Okay, I light, I'm on it right now. Looking for a bad bitch that's tryna bite down. Eat 'em up, anything goes, you know. This where anything goes, you know.
What's going on, people? HennyThing goes, number 26. We're gonna do a Bad Boys review today, the latest one obviously, but it's a bit of a sad start as of recording this yesterday, Sunday the 26th. Obviously, well, by the time you're hearing this, you probably know already, but Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash. Him and his daughter and 7 others. The reason for the crash hasn't come out yet. It's believed it was like poor visibility. I know that helicopters are driven like solely on the pilot's eyesight, not like planes. They have a lot of computers and stuff, so I mean, I suppose we'll find out, but it's a sad one, man. It's very sad.
The myth, the legend.
I'm not going to pretend to be the biggest basketball fan.
Oh yeah, I can't stand basketball, but still, you still knew who it was.
Yeah, that's how, like, when someone's as big as that, like, when they surpass the sport they're in. I mean, you got, I was going to say he's like maybe the Henry of basketball, no, but I think even that's a disservice.
Yeah, it's a bit bigger.
But it's sad, man, and it's so sudden. The first ever episode of this we done was for Nipsey Hussle.
Oh yeah.
And it kind of feels like that.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden, Blair said it perfectly in the group chat yesterday. When you see these people, you see them as untouchable, and just like all of a sudden, I know they didn't die the same way, but like just all of a sudden, it's just trending everywhere.
Yeah, it can still happen, isn't it?
It's very sad, man. Like to lose. I mean, you got like Michael Jordan, Shaq,
yeah,
LeBron, and like Kobe's in there with that. Like people always throwing things in bins, shouting Kobe, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I see loads of stuff, but overall, it's like I'm not really interested in basketball like that. But it's like you still know who he is, and it's like even on like adverts for athletes of all kinds, I would still be able to pick out Kobe. Just cause
I think America is obviously going to be a massive impact because we don't have much basketball here, if any. Yeah, I know a lot of people was outside the Lakers stadium and stuff yesterday doing memorials and stuff.
What is it, Staples Center?
Yeah, it's probably one of the saddest days in a long time. Even for people that don't really know him, like people are heartbroken just because of his daughter as well. 13-year-old Gigi, I know she was like inspiring to follow her dad's footsteps as well with a basketball. There's a lot of videos of her, like she was very good.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of videos of her, and there's a lot of videos of them together. And
it seems like a very close relationship.
It's crazy, man. Obviously, leaving his wife behind and 3 other daughters, which you could say, like, I'm not sure the ages. I know one's 7 months.
Yeah.
So she won't feel the full effects, but the rest of them, man, like, I can't imagine what that's like. And like for me, I've lost my dad, and even then, like, I was 4, nearly 5, and
what's it, dad?
Not now. Yeah, and like I can't imagine what it's like to lose your sister and your daughter at exactly the same time.
Oh, yeah, of course
like
not.
That.
You wouldn't wish that on anyone, innit?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. So I mean, I'm not a religious person, but like stuff like this makes you hope that there is
hope.
Yeah, something else. It's sad, man. I mean, we don't want to stay on this too long.
Of course not. But like, you still, like, as much as it's a really sad thing, like you gotta remember, like, the reason that he is who he was is because of, like, it's inspirational in a sense. You can't just keep it looking at it from the negative point of view. You still got to look at what he's accomplished, what he's done. And then, like, he was trying to follow that on with his daughter. Yeah, it kind of come to a tragic stop, but it's like you gotta continue that fire. That
I think at this point, everyone's more looking at, like how you said, like, you're looking at what he didn't get to accomplish, what she didn't.
Oh yeah.
But I think in time, like, people will start to, like, actually realise how much. Not that they don't already.
Yeah, but it's like the difference.
He's done so much with his life. Not just in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a very, very sad one, man. And we just hope not only their family, but the families of the other victims. Obviously the pilot.
I think another one was one of his daughter's friends. That's on their team.
They was basically. I think he had been helping coach his daughter's basketball team, and I think they was going to a tournament or something. And obviously, when you're Kobe Bryant, you just wake up and think, you know what, I'm going to take my daughter and her couple of friends or whatever. I'll take them in a helicopter.
There's a friend and the family of the friend and stuff like that.
I think it was another husband and daughter.
Yeah.
And I'm not. That's two. I don't know the rest of the people. It hasn't really come out yet. But yeah, obviously their families as well, man. Like, you can't do anything but.
There's actually an interview of why he takes helicopters.
I haven't seen.
Yeah, no, I see it, but I didn't like look into it because it's like it's already done kind of thing. But still, like he's still like, it wasn't because he's rich or something that he has to choose to do it. It's a thing that
people have always said that helicopters are safe. Like, they're meant to be a lot safer than, like, planes and stuff like that. But you can't know that one day you're just gonna wake up and whatever it turns out happened, whether the pilot made a mistake or the pilot just couldn't, like, they're saying it's low visibility, but it was given, like, clearance to fly.
Yeah,
so whether someone there has made a mistake where he shouldn't be flying, or you don't know if something's malfunctioned or whatever. You just don't know. But it's crazy, and I think for a while now you're gonna see a lot of tributes and stuff from people on the internet. Like Neymar last night scored and put up the 2-4 when he scored.
Oh, did he?
He went to their camera and put, because I think they found out half time, the players, and he had scored before half time, and then he scored a penalty, and he went up to the camera and did that. So you're gonna see a lot of that. But yeah, man, we just hope the families and everything manage to get through this.
Yeah.
Never get over it, but get through it.
Moving on from the sad news and stuff, like, we're gonna have a quick little review about Bad Boys 3, Bad Boys for Life, and on a lighter note, as you would say, like, I don't know, like I think because of how old I was when I first watched it, in a sense, like, not the first, not this film, the first one, in comparison to how this film is. Like, I have a lot of points and a lot of stuff to say, so I'm gonna let you.
Let's say this first. There's gonna be spoilers, by the way. So if you haven't seen it yet and you're watching this,
then yeah, boy,
I say go see it. It's definitely worth a watch since we waited so long to see it. It's worth going to the pictures, or if you want to wait till after when it comes out, it's worth a watch. But it's gonna be spoiler heavy. Yeah, I enjoyed it. But don't do no more. That's what I'm gonna say. First of all, don't do another one. Like, we waited all these years for a third one, and it was another Bad Boys film. I think the first two were better. This one was sort of just like, they did it because they know people wanted it. Yeah, like, they had to. I think you wait too long, and no one's gonna care. I think they could have done it a bit earlier, but it was a lot of, like, just like callbacks and stuff.
Oh yeah, there's that, and it's like you can't really release it when, like, Avengers is coming out.
Although saying that, I thought the end bit was a bit like them and the team they're with was a bit like Avengers, like the end.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
they had
yeah,
different
100,
parts, and they're all like.
100%,
I was like,
100%.
these lot are not Terminators. Like, this is meant to be a semi-realistic film, and there's guys just running through, like crossfire, just running through it, punching people and stuff.
And not getting hurt.
It was a bit Avengers Expendables at the end. But other than that, like, yeah, I think there's a lot of callbacks to like famous like scenes and that from the old ones, like the Reggie guy.
Oh yeah.
Like getting married to Marcus's daughter, and he's like, it just pans to him. He's still standing there with like the same face he did when he was young. That guy, he's like, he seems so dopey as an actor, but maybe that's what they wanted him to see like from the old one. But yeah, obviously then he has a kid and stuff with Marcus's daughter. That doesn't really play into it a lot.
Yeah.
It's part of the reason why he wants to retire. Other than that, I can't really pick out any negatives, to be honest. Other than obviously the Avengers bit, like I said. I think...
What, you think that's the only negative?
I think forcing the main villain to be Mike Lowry, his son, like, all of a sudden. Like, it's a bit forced. But they was trying to make it a bit like family, I think, so... Like you said, you got a lot of thoughts, so...
Yeah, mine wasn't even to do with like spoiling the film as such. It's more to do with it's more like, I don't know, criticising it. Like, it did not need to be that long.
It wasn't 2 hours.
It was?
No.
What?
It wasn't 2 hours. You might have felt like it was longer than that, but it wasn't even. It was. I think it was just under 2 hours.
I was at the cinema. I was like a long time, bro. But yeah, so like, but it's like I feel like even with films in general, you can tell where there's. It's like fillers. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. Like there's kind of scenes that are fillers, but like some fillers are. You can have a not calm, quiet, but you can have a short filler because it kind of helps explain the scene. But I felt like there was a lot of fillers, and it's like even like
what?
What scenes I'm talking about in general. I had to forget them because it was annoying me. Like as soon as I see it, I knew what was going on, and my brain just shut down, kind of thing.
There was a lot of predictable stuff in it.
Yeah.
Like when Mike first gets shot, and you're like, well, I noticed a Bad Boys film. Like you're acting like he might die, but
yeah, we know he's not
gonna
die. Yeah.
And the bit where they was in Mexico and like they're in the hideout and you hear the big knock at the door, you know that's gonna
they're gonna be the team,
that ammo team. The one thing that did shock me is when the captain got shot and died.
Oh yeah,
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, that shocked me as well. Still.
And it was weird because I watched it yesterday, just after the Kobe Bryant news had dropped, and he literally gets killed at his daughter's basketball game.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this, man? Like they say life imitates art.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. Yeah, I definitely wasn't expecting that.
But I think it's at that point now where these are like, even if they try to continue the Bad Boys franchise, it's not the same. And I feel like Will Smith and like Martin Lawrence have kind of done their part now. Like there's nothing else they can do if they continue the Bad Boys thing. Don't
do another one.
Like
because even Martin Lawrence, like all he did in the film was everything he did in the old ones.
No, yeah, but like it's like I feel like his role in this film was more to like help Mike Larry realize they are old men now. Do you know what I mean? It's like the scenes when he's like, he's telling him, look, put your glasses on. He's like, why, man? I don't want to. He put his glasses on. I was like, wow, they're like HD. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. But even that's like in the old ones when he was like. Remember when he was like telling him to like shoot properly, and he was like, "That's how you shoot." Like that's what it felt like when he was telling him to put his glasses on, because he kept missing everything, and as soon as he put them on, he was just shooting people down all over the place.
I don't know what happened to the nerd guy when he just flipped and started getting on ham. Yeah,
that's what that bit was like a bit. What I mean, Avengers, yeah. Like. That was obviously going to happen, and that's another predictable thing.
But I don't think like what they done well was kind of hide. Like he looked big, but he didn't look that big.
Yeah, they was talking like he was massive.
Yeah. But in terms of when he got up and started getting into the action, you could see why they was going on. Like he's the size that he is, but obviously because he was stuck to the desk for most of the film and stuff, it was like, is he really? Like you could see he's a big guy. It was like, is he really that big? And then when he takes out pillars.
Did he do that?
Yeah. He see a guy like, he looked up, he see a guy shooting, he ran up to the pillars, took it out.
I didn't even see that part. Yeah, that's nonsense. That's what I mean. You can't make a semi-realistic film and have people taking out stone columns.
But no, like overall, I enjoyed it. I feel like the target audience was more for the people that were teenage and young when Bad Boys came out.
Well, how old would have been?
We was young, but I'm saying like for like my mum's generation in a sense. Like all of those that enjoyed the Bad Boys, like obviously Bad Boys number 2 to them was just like, oh, they enjoy these actors, they enjoy the film. So it's like to these lot, they can do it. But then because all like our generation, I would say, is easily amusing in a sense. So like going to watch Bad Boys for Life would be something people would do.
I think they call them popcorn films, like just saying you're just gonna go and like it's just mindless action.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Son.
There's a few gems in there though.
The Son was a bit weird because like he's meant to be half obviously black, half Mexican.
And that's not what you got for the first 3/4 of the film.
He's just a Mexican Donnie. Like the Suelo, whatever he was called, he looked more like.
Oh, what, his boy?
Yeah, the guy that obviously has he been in the films before?
No, but I think he's one of them. He's an artist in America. He's one of them.
Because DJ Khaled's in it.
DJ Khaled's in it, but I think he's DJ Clue or DJ Clue's got a part.
I recognise him. Yeah,
he's got a part in the film.
I'm not sure from where, but I definitely recognise him. But yeah, that was a bit weird to me. That was just like the most Mexican looking guy you can find.
Khaled's acting.
So it's just DJ Khaled. It's like, why, man? You didn't have to be in it. That is just DJ Khaled just saying lines. I was expecting him to drop like a not like say another one or like We the Best. I was expecting him to, but thank God he didn't, because that would have just been
that would have fucked up the film.
Yeah, that just been.
But yeah, no, overall, I enjoyed it because as much as it's a Bad Boys film, you still can't guess start to finish. Like you can predict certain scenes, obviously from when the scene kind of gets there, you know what's gonna happen next, but you can't predict how they get to that part. Do you know what I mean? Like there was no part of me that thought, oh my God, these are gonna have to actually fuck off and go to Mexico to sort this shit out, until we got to that point. Do you know what I mean?
That bit like just happened all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like you had the whole film and it was like chasing him around all these places. All these people are dying. They like tried to catch him so many times. And all of a sudden they were just like, oh yeah, we're going to Mexico. I was like, what? Like, it was. I think the ending was a little bit rushed, but
the villains though, I can't lie. The villains in these films now, they're coming a bit mad, like.
They're just all the same.
No, they're not.
They are.
No fucking way. Listen, back in the day, villains weren't like moving like. Do you know why I put it like this? Because I don't know if you've seen the Fast and Furious when Idris was the villain.
Oh, that Shobbs and Hall film's just stupid.
Listen.
That's a stupid. That's bad. That is bad. It's like The Rock jumps out of a building and survives with no parachute. Don't talk to me about that film.
But wait, I'm talking about the villains. Like the villains in most films, like I don't know, maybe when we were 10 years ago, like they weren't this bad. These guys can, like, how sick was his son in the first scene?
No, villains were.
Excuse me. Villains weren't doing all that shit.
Villains have always been random guys that can beat everyone else up in the room. This guy kills like 5 or 6 people that are pointing guns at him with a knife.
Yeah, exactly.
And no one. One of them's got a gun here.
Yeah, I know. You should be.
And he doesn't die straight away. He slits his throat with a knife quicker than you can pull your trigger.
Yeah.
Like they're just random guys that can be like back in the day, like Demolition Man. When that's the first thing that comes to my head. Wesley Snipes was just a random Donnie that could just beat everyone up.
I think it's more to do with the fact that these actors are actually that trained or something. Maybe it's that. I feel like I'm getting more and more shocked by the fact that these men are moving mad.
It's the fighting choreography and stuff is coming a long way because they're getting
better,
proper fighters and stuff in now. It's like have you seen The Witcher yet on Netflix?
No, I'm not on it.
No. Like obviously Henry Cavill plays Superman. Plays The Witcher, and like he's sword fighting in that. Like you'd think like he'd been sword fighting his whole life. Like the sword fighting is amazing in that, and he's just had training, same as the Star Wars films. They just train for like 6 months and then get it down.
You seen Into the Badlands? Oi, you want to talk about the choreography? It's coming like a series.
I don't think this film had that.
What choreography?
I don't know. I don't think, but like Bad Boys didn't have that.
No, never. Because listen, Will Smith got his ass whooped on that roof, bruv. You see when they dashed the body on the Wise Way.
Yeah, that bit made me laugh when they're going to rescue the guy and he just lands on the top.
He lands on the whip, and then Will goes up there, and then 2-2. Yeah, we hear Martin Lawrence going, "Oh shit, you're getting your ass whooped."
That's the same. Martin Lawrence had the same sort of jokes he had in the other films though. I mean, he's meant to be playing the same character, I know, but like they didn't freshen it up. Like he's shooting, like,
bro, he spent. I feel like
my wife's gonna kill me. Like it's all the same jokes from the old films.
But I feel like that's what like that. He's at that point, and that's what the point is. He's at that point where he's like, I can't be bothered with this shit no more. I'm old. Like the bits when he's like. When Mike's going out doing whatever and he's at home in a dressing gown with his feet up and he's just pissing off his wife and that, it's like he's at that point now. That's the stage he's at in his life where Mike is like, I fight that.
The High School Musical girl.
Oh yeah.
Hey, she grew up.
Oi.
She's not singing and dancing no more. Even shaved the side of her head. doing knee slides and everything, shooting people in the head. You ain't gonna be playing no more High School musical films
stuff,
after that.
Yeah, no.
But it's good for her to get out of that. Anyway,
what that stigma?
Zac Efron managed it, so.
You're saying Zac Efron like Hannah Montana didn't have to do a mad thing to avoid.
Look how she turned out.
Oh yeah. But yeah, overall, I would say I'll rate it
out of 10, and then we can in
7.
future if we do reviews, can always do out of 10.
I'll give it a 7. I enjoyed it, but I was pissed off with certain bits. But yeah, I'll give it a 7. I do think you should go and watch it though.
Yeah, I'd give it a 6, and I'd say go watch it, but only because it was quite predictable. Like I never, other than the captain getting shot, there wasn't a point where I was like, it was just another I was watching a Bad Boys film.
Yeah.
It wasn't like 6 Underground on Netflix.
Oi. That should have been in cinemas.
That should have been in cinemas. But it's Netflix. Netflix have got enough money to just go out there and make these big budget films now, and just how that was like. If you haven't seen that, what 6 Underground? It's Ryan Reynolds.
I think it's him though. He makes a lot of films.
No, even the action in that.
Oh yeah, no, the action in it was enough to make anyone that likes an action film.
It's the most realistic action I've seen in ages. Like even down to the car chases and stuff. Like
I don't care about that shit. Ryan Reynolds is just Ryan Reynolds in the film to me because he's always an idiot.
He's always playing Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like his character is kind of shaped around Ryan Reynolds as opposed to him kind of learning the character.
But yeah, man. 6 out of 10 from me, 7 out of 10 from you, but definitely go see it.
Go watch it.
Go watch it. I hope they don't do another one, but obviously everyone goes to see it because it's Bad Boys and it's Will Smith. If it makes enough money, they'll probably force another one.
Yeah, I think
because that's what happens nowadays. But keep it as that.
If they release another one, I'll be watching it at home. I'm not going to cinemas to watch the next one. There shouldn't be a next one.
But yeah, guys, short and sweet this week. See with the bad news and stuff and a quick review. We'll be back next week. Hopefully, a couple of the others are gonna make it. Everyone keeps flopping. If you're watching this, make sure you're here. Remember to subscribe as well, guys, and let us know what you thought of Bad Boys. Maybe leave your rating out of 10 in the comments. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Drinking Hennessy no more. That depends what I'm on. Okay, I light 'em on it right now. Looking for a bad bitch that's tryna bite down. Eat 'em up. Anything goes, you know. This where anything goes, you know.